Hey up everyone, it's Farmer Dale here at Cannon Hall Farm. Today is an update on Tiny Lamb. Now, Tiny Lamb, we ain't caught up with him for a little while. He's living down in one of the barns on the farm at the minute. He's spent quite a bit of time outside, all the way through spring, all the way through to the end of summer where we are now. But he's been brought inside because lots of our fields are being used up by our lambs and our ewes. And as you might know, Tiny Lamb, he's a fully intact tup. He's got his bits. And for anyone who doesn't know, Tiny Lamb is one of the stars, one of the farm favourites, should we say. He was born and he were absolutely tiny. I say this every time, but you could quite literally fit him in the palm of your hand. I've never seen another lamb like it before or since, and he survived. And actually, he's thrived. He's turned into a proper little dude. And I thought we'd go see him down in this barn here. He's living with a few of the valet sheep at the minute, and he seems to be enjoying it because he's getting fed quite a bit of food by the public. So let's go have a look, see how he's getting on, and a little bit of an update on Tiny Lamb. And here he is. He's the boss of this group actually. These are all young valet tups, and I think he's a little bit older than them, except from obviously Lado just here. But yeah, as you can see, he's not tiny. One thing I've got to say is he's got this really distinctive shaped head. I'll zoom in. He's got this really distinctive shaped head that he's had ever since he was born. He had a really prominent crown on top of his head, which you can just see there, and that hasn't changed, but everything else has, especially just there. But yeah, Tiny Lamb is doing really well. He's spending his time in here sort of getting himself all beefed up. He's eating lots of food, like I say. There's plenty of hay there for him, and there's also plenty of food coming from the public feeders. But yeah, he's doing fantastically well. Now, the future for Tiny Lamb is something we've spoken quite a lot about. He's not necessarily going to be a breeding tup, but we are thinking about him being what's called a teaser tup. So he goes in and, shall we say, prepares the ladies by introducing a tup to the ewes. It will bring them into season in perfect timing for when we introduce our proper tups. Not that you're not a proper tup, Tiny Lamb, but when we introduce our proper tups, they'll be in season, and the other tups should be much more successful. So yeah, breeding sheep's quite specific, and you only really want to use specific breeds, so you don't just want to breed anything. And Tiny Lamb here doesn't quite fit the criteria, but he's absolutely perfect in every other way. He's still relatively small. Keep in mind he'll be what? Maybe 20 months old or something like that, maybe 18 months old, but he's doing fantastically well. I thought you'd all like to see him while he's inside. Once he's outside, you'll never see him again. He'll just wander off into the distance. But yeah, it's good to see him. Folks, from me and from a not so tiny lamb, we can't just call him Lamb. We just need to think of a new name, I think. But from me and Tiny Lamb, enjoy the rest of your day, whatever it is you might be doing. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you later, guys.